My name is John B. Carter. I was born on March the 29th, 1927. I was born at the Riverside Infirmary on Calhoun Street. I entered grammar school at Craft School for the first 7 grades. Upon graduation from Craft School, I entered Charleston High School and graduated in 1945. The morning after graduation from high school, I boarded a train at the Union Station to go to boot camp for the United States Navy. I served my boot camp out at Memphis, Tennessee. In April of '46, I had leave and came home and married the love of my life, Jean Riddle. And in August of 1945, I was discharged from the Navy. Came home, and I had worked at the post office before I went into the Navy, and I applied for my old job back, and I got it. And I remained there for 40 years until I retired in January of 1984. Now, going back to the 30s, as a child, Mama and Daddy would bring us over to Folly Beach. In the mid-30s, I guess, the toll was 20 cents or 30 cents. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a dirt road that you had to take to get onto the beach. And you had to stay in the ruts on that dirt road or you'd get stuck. And every now and then we'd get off and we'd have trouble getting back into the ruts. And then we would come on down to the beach. Daddy would drive on the beach and park the car, and we'd go in swimming. Mama would prepare lunch for us. We came over on all of the holidays in addition to just coming over at different times. And we always just rode right on the beach. And several times when we were leaving the beach, we had to get back up on Center Street, and we got stuck several times trying to get back on Center Street. And there we had a 4-door Model A, and it was a real light car, and it was always a bunch of people on the beach that could help push us and get us back on Center Street in there. And we usually, before we went home, we usually enjoyed the Ferris wheel and the bumper cars and all. That was in the 30s and 40s. When I bought that first house in '79, the wife was very adamant against buying the house. It was just an old Charleston shack on the front beach. And she didn't want me to get it, but I bought it anyway. And after about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, I would come over on my days off and work on the house, but she never would come over. I took off one Friday extra so I could have a long weekend and work at the house. And I was over there doing some work on the house, and all of a sudden the wife walked in the house. That was the first time she'd seen it. And she walked all around and looked at the house, and she said, "Darling, how would you like to spend the weekend in this house?" house. I said, darling, that would be very nice. She said, well, I'll go home and get some sheets and some clothes and some few things, and we'll come back and spend the weekend in the beach house. And from that point on, she was in love with the house. She enjoyed it after that. And we had many parties in there and had many of good times, and that's the house that Hugo completely destroyed. Right after we moved into this house, 2000, we joined the senior citizens. The wife just thoroughly enjoyed it. Everybody was so nice, and we never missed a meeting. And she went up until the time she passed away, and I still go.